I can't allow this. I can't allow this because this goes into the first thing that we're going to talk about. You see this heathen on the screen right now. This Joe Rogan.
You better watch it. This man's a damn icon. Okay, he's basically the new age Johnny Carson, only better.
I know you're joking, bro.
Joseph Rogan is doing the job that no news organization can do, and that's bring some truth to the general public.
Bro, he had Peter McCullough on. Peter McCullough's never been published. Robert Malone robbed mRNA tech from a transgender woman.
Take it back.
If you didn't know that, you know what I mean? You didn't know that? But you're going to act like you don't know this information.
Listen, Joe Rogan would never do anything to harm my community, the trans community, the LGBT community. He would never do such a thing. He's an upstanding, and he has a T pass, if you might go outside and cross-dress tonight.
No, this is out of control. I know you're joking. I know like we try to have fun here, but this man has to be stopped, and we stand in solidarity.
Oh no.
With all the I'm actually going to be taking down, all right, all my music because I really want to put a dent. I want to put a dent in Spotify. Oh, Neil Young, NDRE, Joni Mitchell. Once that Focus CDS comes off of Spotify, I'm taking my 6,000 lifetime views.
They're gonna feel it. They're gonna feel it, bro. Cliff, hit them in the pocketbooks, dude.
I'm walking, bro. I'm walking. You know what I mean? And
they'll feel it, dude. They're gonna feel that. That $100 gone.
Neil Young. We stand aside. Well, I stand aside. Apparently, Uncle Dust is some type of Joe Rogan apologist.
You know, and
which
also
I didn't know that before this episode.
I didn't. You know what I need now? I'm gonna need you to go back and remove me from every episode of the original WHiggas until, that you see the light that Joseph Rogan, is not only a comedian but yet a man of the people. Okay,
I know we try to have fun on this podcast, but we all know this man is a danger to public health.
How dare you?
You know this. I know this. He's a danger to public health. Okay, his podcasts are bro. I mean, I don't know if you noticed, but since Joe Rogan started talking about COVID, there's 7 million extra deaths worldwide, counted and verified.
This man literally works out every day.
It's crazy, bro. I don't even know how you
kick COVID's ass. Man. Pull up a picture of his legs.
Let's watch this. This is his response, right? Neil Young said he's pulling music, this and that. We may or may not have a picture of Neil Diamond in the thumbnail because
Joe's got a body for days too. He's got a body for days, bro.
Fake news. It's a known thing that Joe Rogan, like fat suits, Joe wears like a fit suit. It's called a fit suit.
That's a fit suit. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, Joe Rogan's he's not in shape. He's not healthy.
This is really hurting, man. My ego and my idol. That's my idol, man.
Let's listen to this. Let's listen to this prick talk about nuance and I want to talk to people who don't agree. That's ridiculous. You only talk to people you agree with. We all know that's the best thing.
This is ridiculous
for humanity.
Hello, friends.
I
wanted to make a video.
Count me off that fucking list.
To address some of the controversy that's been going on over the past few days. And first of all, to say thank you to everyone that sent love and support. I truly appreciate
you got my love letter.
Go fuck yourself.
Very nice to hear from you,
Rogan.
I wanted to make this video, first of all, because I think there's a lot of people that have a distorted perception of what I do.
Cliff.
Based on...
listen, I'll admit it. I've never watched more than like a clip here and there, but like I know exactly what this guy thinks about everything just from watching maybe like 6 minutes of clips in total.
You get that he's trying to help the world in the general through this pandemic that's just full of confusion.
No, he's an alt-right. He's an alt-right conspiracy theorist, and I could tell everything about him without ever watching an episode. 5 minutes here, 2 minutes here, 20 seconds here. I learned more from a 20-second clip than you could possibly learn from a 3-hour podcast listening to him.
I'm 1 second away from just walking off this show. I can't believe this.
Stop it. Or based on headlines of articles that are disparaging. The podcast has been accused of spreading dangerous misinformation, specifically about
misinformation would imply information. It's just lies. All you see is lies on his podcast consistently. Lies and bad jokes.
I mean, he's basically saying, listen, we should have been sending packs to the houses of the people so they didn't have to lock up the hospital grid because of everybody needs to go to the hospital and not just treat it at home.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean that's the type of advice he gives. This heathen.
It's
treat
good
it at home.
advice.
Don't. COVID is. I heard him say COVID isn't real at least 35 times. He's a danger. He's a danger, bro.
This man
a little bit about some other
has
ones.
A heart of gold. A horse heart of gold.
One with Dr. Peter McCullough and one with Dr. Robert Malone.
Yeah, we already addressed that. Never published. Stole mRNA technology from.
He's the most published physician ever.
Fake news. Joe Rogan bought all of those websites and put I'm telling you, man, you don't understand what Joe Rogan's doing here. You know, everybody wants to talk about Google or the mainstream media, but you're not understanding that Joe Rogan is pulling all the strings.
Oh, Joe Rogan just wants to help, man. Come on, get over it.
Nah, you're bugging.
Dr. Peter McCullough is a cardiologist, and he is the most published physician in
fake news
his field in history.
This is true.
Dr. Robert Malone owns 9 patents on the creation of mRNA.
It's not, bro.
It's just what it is. Deal with it.
And is at least partially responsible for the creation of the technology that led to mRNA vaccines.
The technology that nobody would have and have their kids being saved and everybody being saved.
They wouldn't have that technology without the trans woman that Dr. Robert Malone stole the technology from.
Well, listen, I mean,
all right.
Bottom line is Joe's doing what's right for us.
No,
he's
not. And then he
has your best interest in his heart,
kind of crazy,
even though you don't want it.
It was a lot of times it was fights broke out and stuff.
You know, I can't even really stomach too much more of that if I'm being honest. And this is another heathen he had on his show recently.
This guy is dropping nothing but knowledge.
Well,
he's over here trying to school us on how we're getting gaffled by Google.
But I got nothing to hide. If Google wants all my information and Google wants to surveil me, I got nothing to hide. You got something to hide, bro?
That's such a bad attitude.
What do you have in your hard drive, brother? You're so worried, bro.
They're so worried, bro. They're coming for our kids. And he's just saying, listen.
Yeah, right.
This is affecting the algorithm. Isn't just a machine. The humans are manipulating it, and they can bend what we see. They can bend what we see on the internet.
Bro.
And so they can sway and get votes or public opinion to go one way or the other, man.
Bro, it's nonsense, bro. Google's a nonprofit. All right. Any of the work they do.
Nonprofit?
Yeah, Google's 100% nonprofit. And if you don't know that
company, my friend.
No. It literally says don't be evil in their mission statement. That automatically means you can't be evil. If you have don't be evil written down on paper about you, immediately it's not possible to be evil. And if they want to surveil us, they should be able to, because they're looking out for our best interest.
You're just going to turn over every website you go to, all your thoughts that you're putting out there on this phone. You want them to handle that.
Well, we're not at the point of thoughts yet and reading minds, but when they are, I'm also going to be okay with that, because
you can't even delete your Facebook. They store everything when you erase your history, it doesn't really get erased. It's all stored.
Well, what are you scared of? What are you scared of is the question.
It's not about being scared.
Yeah,
scared. Like you're going to.
What's in your hard drive? To anybody who's worried about being surveilled, to this, I say to you, what's on your hard drive? What do you have to hide?
Hold on there, Big Clifford. Because I'm telling you, this is not good. All right. They're gonna eventually be able to take that and use it at a later date against you, and they can just pick willy-nilly. They can pick somebody and they can set you up for failure. Do you want that?
I don't agree, and I believe. Listen to what this guy's saying. I think it's all nonsense.
So now I've had to bone up and actually had to listen. I was forced. I had to listen to some of your shows and
right on Joe, right off jump. That's one reason I liked him.
This guy is genuinely curious.
I kind of liked him for that. Like he went right on the show and he put his little fucking inverted fucking micro piece right in Rogan's mouth. Right? He's like, yeah, I never listened to you. I never really listened to you. I liked him for that.
Don't make fun of him, man. This guy's doing his best to again warn the public of what having this big tech companies control,
bro.
Corporations.
Did you care when oil? Did you care when oil was controlling? What's your problem with with Silicon Valley, bro? What's your problem? Do you really think they have bad intentions? Any of them?
They have horrible intentions.
Yeah, I know. Bro, come on, bro.
All
these companies are nonprofits, bro.
This is ridiculous.
Bro, every single company, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google, YouTube, all nonprofits. Every one of them.
They're all for profit. What are you talking
they're not, bro. All you got to do is Google it.
These guys, yeah, that's because they're manipulating and they're putting what they want you to see at the top, Cliff.
Nah, bro. I don't believe it. And you know what? Let's not really go through this, but if you guys want to listen to this podcast, this guy spent the whole time talking about the research he did and how you can manipulate people with you can only manipulate weak people with social media. If you get manipulated by social media, you're weak. If you don't want to be surveilled, your hard drive is dirty. And
don't listen.
Silicon Valley is nonprofit.
Do the research yourself, you guys. Okay. Maybe even think about using a different browser. I use Brave. I took this guy's advice. So what?
I just don't really understand or I don't understand the method behind it, right? Like it's all these big tech companies are trying to do is protect us. All they're trying to protect us with the vaccines and everything else. You know, kids get now vaccines for kids under 4. Yeah, but that's not enough. That's not enough.
What do you mean that's not enough?
That's not enough. No, you gotta. First of all, they're working on 2 technologies right now that I hope get passed immediately. One of them is in utero vaccinations, where you actually it's the needle's like 3-4 inches longer, 5 inches longer, and you go from the outside of the pregnant belly into the fetus and vaccinate them to protect them. So they're good when they're born and they're safe.
You don't know what they're putting in there. You don't know what that's going to do to an unborn child, a child that's getting all the nutrients from its mother and whatnot, all the DNA it needs. They could be corrupting that seed.
Some mothers smoke crack when their babies are pregnant, but we can't vaccinate. We can't vaccinate a child in utero.
They have a choice. At least they have a choice.
They have a choice to smoke that crack that their mom's smoking.
All right. Well, maybe they don't know exactly what's in the crack. Okay. Too. I get that point.
So what's the vaccinate? So then why can't we vaccinate in utero?
Well, if you want, I guess it'd be up to you.
No. That's not enough. Once again, it has to be mandatory.
No.
It has to be mandatory in utero vaccinations.
You're insane.
You're out of your mind, bro. You're out of your mind, bro.
You're losing it.
Everyone should just let everyone die. They say babies don't even really die from COVID that much. This, that. Once again, all of this is untrue.
You're going to get Baker acted. I'm going to have to Baker act you. That's it,
bro.
This is insanity.
I can't believe you're even debating this. I thought we were on the same page.
These people do not have your fucking best interest, man.
So wait, so you tell me pharmaceutical companies and Silicon Valley, both nonprofit, both nonprofit.
No, they're for profit. They make billions of dollars a year.
Clearly, you're uneducated on this issue.
House on Corona, man.
You need to do some research. You need to get off of Joe Rogan. You did everything you learned from Joe Rogan, bro. It's fucking pathetic. You got to get off Joe Rogan and you got to do some research outside of your cult.
What do you want me to do? Google it?
Yeah, obviously, and you know they have our best interests at heart.
You're insane.
Come on, bro.
You're losing it.
In utero,
you're losing your marbles.
In utero mandatory vaccinations, and they're actually also working on a new technology. All right, not Robert Malone, the transgender woman that Robert Malone stole the technology from. They're working on vaccinating sperm, and they're working on vaccinating eggs. Hold on, I gotta look at the floor real quick. I seen something run by. I'll be right back as soon as possible. Hold on, what is that on my floor? All right, it must have been a spider. So that's what we're looking at. All right, and if you don't agree with that, you clearly don't care about children. You don't care about the babies. It doesn't matter to you if the babies die or anything else. And if it don't matter to you if children die, because that's basically what Joe Rogan is advocating for.
Whoa! Come on now. That's going a little too far, man. Joe Rogan is putting out some. These people are respected in their fields, and they were having their 2 cents crushed on Twitter.
They're not even.
They can control what these people are saying, and they can't chip in. Yeah, and these are the people that we need to be hearing from.
They're chiropractors, bro. One's a chiropractor, and one is actually a doctor of fortune telling. If you actually look into it. You would find this information. It doesn't take much, bro. It doesn't fucking take much, bro. It really don't, though.
This is too much.
Don't take fucking much.
No, these people want to do us harm. They just want to make as much money as they can, and it doesn't matter if we lose millions and millions of people.
Pharmaceuticals, nonprofit, Silicon Valley, nonprofit, Stop the bullshit. Joe Rogan is not a prophet. Get out of the cult.
These kids could come out. You don't know what's going to happen, man. They're going to come out riding short bus, for God's sake.
Out of control, bro. What about this, bro? I showed you that story a week or two ago about the cartels when they dumped all the bodies in front of the government's office as to like, it was like a symbol to show that there were 4 mandatory vaccinations. So now there's literally cartels for mandatory vaccinations.
Oh.
And you see on it, like, how Nas got God's son across the belly, he got Fauci's son across the belly.
Fauci's son.
All right. So cartels are for mandatory vaccination, right?
Okay.
So cartels could be for mandatory vaccination, but you're too tough. You're too macho. You're in the Joe Rogan cult.
Well, it's not about being macho. It's like these guys are also doing bad things, Cliff. Come on now. They're running drugs. They're killing people, man. They
run the country. Sometimes you have to kill some kids, women, and children. How do you run an operation without killing women and children sometimes? And so now the cartels are bad. Silicon Valley's bad. Pharmaceuticals are bad. But Joe Rogan's great. But
You need to be locked up.
They're trying to give back to the community.
You know what?
Right? Look at this.
I wouldn't be
loser.
You know what? I'm actually going to say.
You
got your right to say what you want.
Are you reading that? You're a loser with a vagina if you're not for mandatory vaccinations.
These guys are like sex slave capital, man. They're kidnapping kids, they're kidnapping women, and they're selling them into slavery.
Where'd you hear that? Where'd you hear that cartels were involved in sex trafficking? Joe Rogan? The Joe Rogan experience? Cartels do sex trafficking? Bro, listen, bro. This shit is out of hand, bro. Cartels are involved in sex trafficking. Pharmaceuticals are for profit.
They're dangerous people, my friend. They don't give a shit about us.
I don't know how can we do this podcast after this, bro? Because all the stances you're taking, bro, this shit is out of control. It's out of control, and I can't co-sign this. I'm gonna do this podcast with you, and you're actually labeling fucking cartels as sex traffickers, bro.
These are
like, what are you doing out here, bro?
These are dangerous folks, Cliff. What are you talking about?
You're in a fucking cult.
They're making drugs. They're sending fentanyl over. I mean, what else do you want? All the kids are eating it up like fucking hotcakes.
100% stand with Neil Young. Stand with in utero mandatory vaccination. I stand with the cartels.
Come on.
All right.
You gotta be kidding me, man. This is ridiculous. These
people
are trying to shut down discourse. They're trying to take some people's names out of discourse because they know they're kicking some fat. That guy's getting paid, bro. Somebody's paying him to do whatever he's doing to say these things. And he's in the group. He's in the club. Myrna activities in there.
Yeah, that's why you don't know how to talk, bro, because all you do is listen to this moron spew his nonsense, and every week you want to tell me, did you see the new Joe Rogan? Did you see the new Joe Rogan?
These guys
every week, did you see? Do you know what I learned on Joe Rogan? Yeah, bro, I learned that 30 years ago, bro, from mainstream media, where you're supposed to learn things. All right, not from Joe Rogan, a cage fighting guy, transphobe, racist, and everything else.
Better? The guy is out. He why do you think the people listen to him? Why is he so popular? Because they're sick of me and mainstream media, bro. They're sick of the lies. They're sick of the horse shit.
Mainstream media controls the public.
They're in the business of lying. They don't care what happens to us. They don't care if babies get killed.
We're not going to agree on this. We're not going to agree on this, bro. Let's just move on to the next thing. Let's check.